gonna be playing Demon's Bluff, although I will admit I have been playing it a lot off camera, Ascension 17, and I have learned a few things, but we are going to play and see what happens. If you haven't seen this game, it's very simple. You have villagers who will always tell the truth unless they are evil or corrupted. Your goal is to find and execute the evils without killing the innocent villagers, or the outcasts who are not technically villagers. That being said, we have Ba and the Poisoner. Ba just adds a random outcast for the deck that isn't actually in the game. Confessor, I am good. Confessor either says I am good or I am dizzy. So if they say I am good, they're always good. 3, 5, and 7. Outcast, minion, villager. That is possible. 3, 5, 7. That gave me nothing. There's only one pair of evils, so they're adjacent. 2 cards away from being closest to evil. These two are in contradiction. Dreamer and Knight. Okay, well, Knight can't die, so if he dies, he's corrupted or evil. So he's corrupted. Alright. So you're good, but corrupted. Oh, hi! How's it going? Oh, it's been a while. How's it going, Snorlax? Snorlax fan, the Jackbox gamer. I'm playing Demon Bluff. And I am in a position where I think the doppelganger is real. So the dreamers are probably safe. Ba is 2 cards away from the closest evil, or there's 1 pair of evil. So I do it on you, because if the judge is evil, and that would mean the scout would also be evil, right? Yeah. 5 would be the outcast. And 7 would be the villager? So you're lying or telling the truth. So the way we figure that out could be poisoner. 7 has to be bad because there's a poison. Wait. Oh no, you're right, yeah. Yeah, they have to be poisoner. Ba is 2 cards away from the closest evil. Is that correct? I don't think it can be. Because we already know you're telling the truth. Because you're doppelganger. Yeah. Because that would mean it would be Confessor and Doppelganger, and that's not true. Yeah. Alright, I had to go through that again. So we have the Drunk, the Shaman, and Puka. I think I'm most... Alright, well we know you're good. Shaman is 1 card away from the closest evil. That can be true. 3 or 4 is Shaman. I was Scout. Baker's awful. Both sides are equally evil. This could still be true. Right side is more evil. We have a contradiction. 8 is good. Well, we know that to be true. That being said, I think I used the Slayer on 4. I think I used the Slayer on 4. If I use the Slayer on 4, and he can't kill them, then we kill 5. No, we kill... Yeah, we kill 5. If 5 is innocent, we kill 7 and 4. Oh, that is true. I still think I follow through with that plan. I still think I kill 4 here. Or no, 5. Yeah. Okay. So that being said, you're probably... No, wait, you're just lying. Okay, so you're lying, but you could be drunk. Shaman is 1 card away from the closest evil. That could still be true. It could still be 4. No, it couldn't. Because if 4 was evil, 7 would have to be corrupt, and that's not possible. So... both are innocent? And then it has to be either the Baker or the Scout, and we don't know how. Or it could be Oracle. No, wait, no, it can't be Oracle. Wait, no, it has to be Scout. It has to be Scout. Yeah. I like how I failed my logic, but I still got the right answer. Alright, we got Puppeteer and Ba. I actually love the Puppeteer. Puppeteer is so good. 2 corruptions. Is that possible? It is not. You are lying. The only way for you to get 2 corruptions is if you also cured the drunk, and you can't cure the drunk. So, automatically you're sus. Oh. We can slot a pretty little hole here, can't we? Alright, let's figure this out. 1 is evil, 8 is corrupted. Okay, so... Nope, you're lying. Alright, so... Wait, does that mean it's just 6 and 8? And then 7 is... No, it's 6 and 8. Puppeteer. And then we have 1 puppet. Which I think the best way to do it is this. Yep. Because if he couldn't kill him, I would just kill Slayer. Because Slayer would have been the puppet. Yeah, I know. I know. Hello? Why is that... Is that the Dreamer? Alright, well, 1 is now the Dreamer, I guess. Thanks to a glitch. 8 is good. Well, that doesn't help me. Let's reveal... That's the Lover. Can I... Okay. Yeah. I got both the Witch and Lilith. Fuck. Alright, Okay, let's do that. Oh, well, we know where the doppelganger is. Okay. 8 or 5 could be Witch. That... I killed the Judge here. No matter what, I killed the Judge here. Okay, so Judge is telling the truth, so 8 is good. So it has to be 6 and 4. That was such a jump in logic, but I think you understood it. So since 8 or 5 is the Witch, okay? 5 was dead, and it didn't say there was an evil killed, okay? So that being said, if Judge was the Witch, that means they'd be telling the truth. But since Judge wasn't the Witch, that means 8 is innocent, 7 is innocent, and that means it had to have been 6 and 4. That was the logic on that. Shaman and Lilith again. And we have a Bombardier. Great. Right side is more evil. Alright, well, let's stick with the right. Okay, well, let's stick with the right. You can't be corrupt. No, you can. Yeah, so it was 8 and 1 or 6 and 4. Yeah, that's what it was. Okay, Shaman is 3 cards away from the closest. evil. I don't know if that's true. Okay, well, you're telling the truth. Plague Doctor. I am dizzy. Ooh. Alright. I have 2 executions I need to fulfill right now. Can I, though? I think I just kill the Confessor right now. I saved the Plague Doctor ability. Yeah, I could have, but the judge could have been lying. So I saved the Plague Doctor's ability. I kill the Confessor. If the Confessor is corrupted, I use the Plague Doctor's ability on the Confessor. So that's Lilith. Okay. So that being said, I use Plague Doctor's ability on Knight, and then I kill Knight. That's what I do. No, I don't. I think I just kill Knight. Okay. So that means either the right side... Wait a minute. No. We know this is true. One of the outcasts is fake? How so? Because wait, hold on. Let me think about this. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. No, this guy's lying. This guy's lying. 4 is lying. Is he corrupt? 2 is evil. Oh, I think we just got our answer. No, I don't trust that. I don't trust that. I've had it say that there was no evils, and there was 3. So... I don't trust this, ever. I trust this, unless Ba's in there, but I don't trust this. But it just so happened to be that is correct. I've also had it a few times where Ba has told me the truth, by the way. So I don't know what to do about that. 2 is evil. 7, 6, and 4. Wait, who do we have before we start pulling cards? Oh, we have a lot. 7, 6, and 4. 7, 6, 4. Let's kill someone. Alright, that wasn't an evil. Already a contradiction, though. We don't have a doppelganger. And we don't have a shaman. 1, 5, and 8. So 1, 5, and 8. In order for this to be true, you have to be drunk. So, and then you would be lying. Wait, no, you'd be telling the truth, because drunk is good. Okay. How about you? I can't discern anything from that. So hold on. If I think I kill Bishop. I think I kill this Bishop. Yes. Okay, so you're telling the truth. You're lying, but you're good. You're telling the truth. Anyway, I was a poet. You're lying. Wait, doesn't that mean doesn't that mean I kill Scout and Baker? Doesn't that mean I just kill both of them? Because we've already confirmed. Yeah. So 9 and 2 have to be, because 5 is the drunk. I'm almost positive of that. So you have to be Puppet, and you have to be Lilith. I am moving quickly through some... Oh, fuck. That's a lot of evil. Okay. Let's flip 1. Let's flip 2. There are no corrupted characters. Well, okay. Well, you're telling the truth. Let's flip 3. I am 2 cards away from the closest evil. So it's Fortune Teller or Slayer. Lilith did not kill an evil. Yeah. Let's go 10. 3 is good. Okay. I like the gem crafter, by the way. I am the original baker. You are good. But that means... you are lying, I think. Yeah, you're lying, or you are lying. There's a contradiction. Okay. Nope. Okay. So you two were innocent. Oh my god, I just realized there are so many contradictions. Oh, fuck. Where do I start pulling first? Okay. Well, you have to be lying. You have to be lying. So I do Slayer on you. Yep, okay. So that means you're good. Which means 3 is probably good. 2 cards away from the closest evil. That would mean Fortune Teller is evil. And let's just... False. Yes, you're lying. So you're evil. Which means you're good. You're good. And does that mean the other Fortune Teller? No, wait, I've marked too many people. Okay, well, you two are good. You are good. You have to be good. You are evil. You are good. Yeah, Doppelganger is probably dead. Or I'm missing something. Uh-oh. I think... Let me unmark everyone here. I think one of the evils is telling the truth again. I think it's Slayer. I think it's Slayer. Because this would be Puppeteer. Yeah, okay. Are you ready for Ascension level 18? 2 evils among us. Shaman and Ba. So I can't trust the current deck look. Okay. Lover, 1 evil. Adjacent to me. Alright, so we know you're correct. 5 is good. Let's see 5. Fortune Teller. 4. 8 is good. Okay. Immediate... Nah, not necessarily. Shaman. Also Doppelganger. Okay, again, Shaman. Also Doppelganger. Ah, now we have a contradiction. Okay. 2 people are saying 5 is good. 1 person is saying 8 is good. So that being said, why don't we do this? True. 1 is evil. So wait, the only way... So it's... Wait, is it just 8 and 4? It's just 8 and 4. It's just 8 and 4. There's no way it can't be. Okay. If it was, let's just 8 and 4. Mark them out right now. Okay? So that would mean 1 evil adjacent to me. Correct. 5 is good. Correct. 5 is good. Correct. 4 or 3 is evil. True. Correct. No evils adjacent to me. Correct. Am I missing something? I can't mark the lover, by the way. Yeah, I send it. Yep, there's Ba, and here's Shaman. So, Shaman... Yeah, Shaman did the lover. And then the Doppelganger did Gemcrafter. Oh, fuck. I hate this orientation, especially with Puka. Alright, who do we got? Slayer. Bishop, 3, 5, and 6. 3, 5, 6. Yeah, can you please be next to Puka? No, no evil's adjacent to me. That has to be true. But you could be corrupted. So that being said... Hold on. Let me... Because, okay, here's my reasoning on that. So if they were here, if Puka was here, right? They would be corrupted. And then they would say, no evil's adjacent to me. Okay? If Puka... Flip 4 for doppelganger. Yeah, I will in just a second. But I want to explain why Lover 3 has to be innocent. But anyway. So if they were here, if Puka was here, they would have corrupted 3. Corrupted 3. So that being said, they would lie and say no evil's adjacent to me. Okay? So let's assume now that they were Puka. They couldn't say that because it would be the truth. So they are innocent, but they could be corrupted. And that is what we've come to. Anyway, moving on. Alchemist, I have to... Okay, we got our first corruption. So that being said, Slayer and Bishop have to be innocent. Right? No. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. Yes, but you could be corrupted. Wait, what is 2 saying? No, 2 could be correct. 2 could be correct. Because it would be Puka here. Innocent or doppelganger. Actually, you would be doppelganger, and you would still be telling the truth. So wait, is it just Druid? Hold on. 6 is doppelganger. Yeah, no, it's just Druid. It's just Druid. Yeah. Okay. Alright. What the fuck is that? Alright, Plague Doctor and Puka with plus Witch. Alright. Only one, you do not help me. 2 cards away. You 2. I am dizzy. Okay. Do we check that with Plague Doctor? I think I do, but not now. I'm dizzy. Oh, fuck. Alright. Let's check 8. Yep, Judge. 5. 3 cards away from the closest evil. I don't... Is that possible? 1, 2, 3. That is possible. Yeah, none of this helps us. 3. 9 was affected by evil. What does that mean? Oh, it means they're lying. Okay. So if that is a contradiction. Do you corrupt? No. Okay, let me... Yeah, I think Plague Doctor is the start here. Plague Doctor cannot be corrupted. That being said, 7 or 6. I think I do 7. Because 7 is more likely to be corrupted. And 6 is more likely to be evil. 7 is not corrupted. Okay, so I kill 7. They're the witch. Okay. Which means 6 is probably corrupted. You're telling the truth at the very least. You're telling the truth. You're lying. Oh, that's true. Yeah, we can reveal the last card. I forgot about that. Let's see. Puka is 3 cards away from the ghost of evil. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So you're telling me right now it's these two. Do I kill the witness? I think I might. Actually, we don't know if this guy's telling the truth or not. Which also means we don't know if this guy's lying. Because there could be the judge or the knitter. What we can do, though, is this. Saying the truth. You're telling the truth. So that means I kill... No. So the only way for this not to be true is the knitter is lying. So let's check the knitter. Knitter is telling the truth. That has to be a lie. Right? So both of you are lying. So that being said... No, yeah, we do kill the judge here. Yeah. Alright, so where would Puka be? Puka would have to be the knitter. No. Yes, because Plague Doctor got Confessor. Okay. I had to go through with that in my head. So, the only way Puka... the only way Puka could have been on the board is if 3 was telling the truth. And because 3 was telling the truth, 1 had to be Puka because 8 wasn't affected. And 6 had to be affected by the Plague Doctor. Alright. Yeah, me too. I want them to fix the cards that they have now, though. Some of them lie or are very unhonest. Even when they're being honest. Okay, we'll come back to that. 2 cards away from the closest evil. That's here and here. 1 or 4 is minion. Okay. I want to untangle this web here for a second. Both of these two are pointing at the Empress here. So that being said, I think if I can get another one to point at the Empress, I just execute the Empress. Wait, also card number at the top right end of the card view sometimes have different sayings. When only one is correct, they should probably fix that. Yeah. Like, right now, this is correct. And this is correct. Yeah, okay. Either way, we keep going. So being said, we need to find someone who Now! I want to point out what just happened here. I can technically stop. Because I am 90% sure it is 315. With... Yeah. I'm 90% sure it's 315. Only on the grounds of there can't be 2. Yeah, the issue is we need to figure out that there still can't be 2 gem crafters, though. And if 3 is saying 1 is good, They're corrupted. Okay, so here's what we do. 3 is not corrupted. Okay, so that being said, they have to be evil. Right? They have to be evil. There is no possible way they're not evil. Yeah. Which also means you're not good. Alright, Witch and Ba. Yeah, like, that guy's innocent. Wait, but that's you in a mirror. Alright, Knight. No corruptions, except for Drunk, and I don't care about the Drunk, so we kill Knight. Okay. Cool. Wait. Guys, I think something's wrong with my Knight. I think there's something very wrong with my Knight. What do you think? Alright, either way, we know the Knight is good. 4 is the real hunter. 3 cards away. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Slayer. Fuck. Okay, Knight decided he didn't want to die. Oh, there we go. Can I... Wait a minute. Oh my god, my game is so goddamn broken right now. Okay. Do I need to reset? Not this game. Like... That's what I'm thinking. Alright, I had to do this with pen. So we know you're good. Anyone who backs you up is also good. Alright. That being said, we have the witch we need to find. And we also need to find the bombardier. One is evil. 3, 1, or 5. So where... 3 or 5? What do we got? Which is 4 cards away from the closest evil. That is an interesting statement here. 6 is good. Well, we can't confirm that, so... 7 to kill 4? Yeah, because one of them has to be lying. Okay. You're good, you're evil. So now we have to deal with the witch. And potentially... the drunk. Okay, let's assume... Hold on, actually, wait a minute. You're lying. You could be drunk, though. 1 is evil. 3... Which is 4 cards away. Okay, you two are lying. At a minimum, these two are lying. That being said... I think we just execute both. Yep. What? Wait, so that means it has to be poet. Yeah. Okay. How are you telling... Okay. Either way, I need to back. No. Go to main menu. Exit, exit. Look at my cool... Oh, Steam. I was gonna say cool background, but Steam was here. This should fix my issues. Let's see if it does. Thank you, AMD. Can you get out of here? Thank you. Twin Minion and Ba plus Doppelganger. I don't think this is a bad run. Assuming... Honestly, I want both of these outcasts. Most of these outcasts help me out so much. What do you do? My iPad died? Oh, I won the last round by executing the scout, who was actually the scout. So then I executed the one who said was evil. So then after that, I reset the game so that I could do this. Now, I have a funny thing going on with the medium here. I'm inclined to believe it. So, all we have to do is find... Yeah, I'm pretty sure a fake medium can't say that too. But I still find that very funny. Evils are not adjacent to each other. Oh, you are... Okay. Well, here we go. We got those two. 2 is good. Yeah, we know that to be true. This is the doppelganger. Okay, I've cured 1 corruption. That is a lie. Left side is more evil. That has to be true. Evil are not adjacent to each other. That has to be true. Yeah, so we can confirm kill the alchemist. And we can confirm kill the lover. Because there was no way there was 2 of them down there. Because 3 was telling the truth. I love both the doppelganger and the wretch when it comes to things like the medium. Because they tell you so much information. Without telling you anything. That is... Oh, that is a web of lies. I am 2 cards away from a corrupted character. Drunk is likely one of these 2, then. I say likely, but we know how this goes. 8 is a real druid. Well... 6 was not evil. Good to know. 2 is the real medium. Wait a minute here. Wait a minute here. Okay. So that being said, the only way for this to be possible is if you're both lying. That being said, what is the best way? Okay, so one of them is, at best, one of them is drunk, one of them is evil. So do I just execute both? Do I just execute both? And that also means I execute the druid. No, I don't. I execute both mediums. Yep. Yep. You're the drunk. You're telling the truth. Alright. We're good. 7. You're going to be very helpful, Judge. Also, we got rid of the witch, so that means we can just... Yeah. Well, let's continue on after just killing 2 people. Yeah. So that being said, we know no one else is lying. Except for Lilith. Lilith is lying. So that being said... Minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil. That is correct. You are just objectively correct. Closest evil is clockwise? Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Okay? So we got minion, witch, and then we have drunk. Okay? Minion is 2 cards away from the closest evil, has to be correct because 1, 2. So that being said, you have to be correct. Which also probably means Judge is innocent, but that doesn't guarantee it. Closest evil is I think closest evil is clockwise. Is the... Yeah, I think you're lying. Because let's say you were telling the truth. That means that the judge would have to be evil. Which we can confirm by doing this. Yep. Okay. Perfect. Ascension level increased. Let's keep going! Drunk Puppeteer Minion Lilith. Alright, so my goal is to find specifically the Puppeteer. Closest evil is counterclockwise. That is this way. 1, 9, and 3. 1, 9, and 3. This is going to activate Lilith. Okay, they were innocent. Could still be drunk, though. So we're going to do that. Puppeteer is 1 card. Well, you're true. You're just telling the truth. Which means either you're lying or both of you are lying. How would that work? Let's figure that out. Puppeteer is how many cards? I can't see in front of all those words. Oh, sorry. It is 1 card away from closest evil. So he's telling the truth. 1 card. That being said, I was figuring that these two could be lying, or this one could be lying. Anyway, we keep flipping. That doesn't help. No evil's adjacent to me. That doesn't help either. Make sure you flip over an evil last so they get... So that way they get the blow. Yeah, that is true. One is evil, 1, 10, or 3. 1, 10, or 3. That doesn't help! Okay. Because we already determined that. Can Empress... learn 3 characters. Only 1 is evil. So wait, that means... I kill Empress. I just kill Empress. Hear me out. Hear me out. Actually, no. Let me figure this out. So, I don't think I kill Empress. No, I use Fortune Teller on 5 and 4. It's false. Okay, so that would line up. So 1 is evil, so that means you're evil? No, you're telling the truth, which means both of you are lying. Which also means that you are also telling the truth? And you're telling the truth, you're telling the truth. Is that possible? I don't think it's possible. No, it is possible. It is very possible. But that means 6 and 2 are guaranteed to be evil. So I flip 2. If 6 doesn't die... Oh, I'm just at a loss for words. Well, I know what to do. Yeah, I figured as much. So one of these two has to be lying. Or no, both of these have to be lying. Question is, which one's drunk? Let's see, just counterclockwise. Alright, wait, you're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. You're telling the truth. Are you? Hold on. Yeah, you are. That doesn't make sense, though. Yeah. We know both of these guys are lying. One of them is the drunk. Alright, let's figure this out. Actually, we got bigger problems. We got bigger problems. Okay. Let's assume... No, we can't. No. It can't be that. Ooh, actually, I figured it out. I figured it out. I think 3 is the puppeteer. 1 is drunk, 3 is the puppeteer, 4 is puppet. I'm taking a risk here. Twin minion! What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Alright, well, you're drunk. I was right about that. And you're telling the truth. The last 2 are... But 8 can't... No... No, 8 can't be the puppeteer. Because if they were the puppeteer, they'd be telling the truth. No, wait, no, you're right. Yeah, 8 has to be... 8 has to be the puppeteer. Which means it's a 50-50. So both of them are telling the truth. Which one's... Which one is more likely to be the puppet? I think I lose this one. Honestly, I think I lose this one. I have already won 50-50s for the wrong reason. Okay. I don't want to do coin. I don't want to do coin. Honestly, I'm going to go with my gut. I am going to go with my gut here. And you know what my gut is telling me? Scout is more likely to be puppet. I don't know what's telling me that. But my gut is telling me Scout is more likely to be puppet. Damn it. Yeah. No, I understand where I went wrong. You don't need to tell me, game. That was a good one, though. That was a good one. And speaking of a good one... Yeah. We figured it out. We just figured it out too late. Yeah. Poisoner, Shaman, Ba. I hate that combination. Alright. First things first, 7 or 8. Ba is 1 card away from closest evil. That could be true. So we need to find either the Wretch or the Plague Doctor, like, immediately. 5. 9, 3, or 8. 9, 3, 8. 3 was affected by evil. Oh... Yeah, I know, but I like to do it in a certain way. You're telling the truth. Because you were affected by Shaman. Which means there's another witness. There is not another witness. Fuck. Okay, so we know that the Wretch is the plant. So, what does that mean? Not much, I'm gonna be honest. 7 or 8. Bot is 1 card away from close to evil. Could that still be true if they were? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I think... No, that's a lie, I think. Is it, though? Hold on, let me think about this. Ah! No! Wait a minute, wait a minute. No, 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 no. You're evil. There is no possible way for you to be good. Okay? Here, let me... So, if they were good, this would be a lie. Okay? If they were corrupted, this would have to be a lie, but they can't be. So they have to be evil. Huh? What? Alright, hold on. Plague Doctor's not evil, though. Learn a character that was affected by an evil ability. Plague Doctor is good. So that being said, Poisoner's next to them. Do we think it's Judge or Plague Doctor? Wait, no. They were affected by Plague Doctor. Yeah, okay. So we just do that on him. Okay, 2 things right now. 1, Plague Doctor, you better be telling the truth. Okay. Second thing, hi bot, how are you? I'm in a... I'm sorry, I just realized this bot's name. I want to allow it just so it shows up on stream, and then I'm going to ban them. Their name is Liquor CSGO. Alright, alright. Well, how do I ban them on... Can I pull this up without revealing anything? I think I can. Excuse me, I asked for that to be up. Liquor CSGO. That is a fantastic name. I gotta get to my channel. Give me a second. It's muted. Can I just ban them right here? No, I have to go into mod view. That's stupid. Alright, /ban. Wait, can I just click on them? Yep, ban. Bye-bye, bot. Bye-bye. Should I report them? I'm gonna report them. For terrorism. First option that comes up. Terrorism. I mean, it's, spam bot. Yeah. Technically it's all of these. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I know. I know. It's a bot, though. Tell us more. Bot scam selling views. I don't really care. Block this. No, I don't want to block it. It's not gonna do anything. Alright. So you. Okay. What was their thing again? I forget. I actually forget. No, it doesn't matter. they're trying to make money, okay? Do you want to know what they're doing? So they're trying to get people to click on their link, right? And once they're on their link, you can buy views with money, right? But once you do that, right, they report you for botting views. So they get to keep the money, and then you can't report them in response. That is what they're doing. It's not about the views. It's not about the views. It's about the money. Does that make sense to you? Because, like, if you read their message, they're selling views. That's what they're saying. So you go to their website, you buy something from them. You know, you get their 100 views or whatever, and then Twitch immediately comes in and bans you because they reported you. So they get to keep the money, you get in trouble, so you can't report them back. Yes, that is exactly what it is. But more specifically, it's if you pay us money, we will hang you. That's what it is. It's like, hey, welcome to the mafia. You know, if you give me money, I'll kill you. That's what it is. Because it's not about the views. And that's the obvious part. It's just like the call center scams. Alright, well, one is evil. Wait, no. I can't mark you off just yet. Yeah! Because the whole idea behind it is that the people running the store don't want to get reported. So, like, if you buy from them to ensure that they don't get reported, they ban you so that you can't report them. Anyway, you're telling the truth. Wait, does that mean that you are also telling the truth? Wait, how would this be true? Let's figure that out right now. How would this be true? I don't think it can. 1, 5, and 9. That cannot be true. We do not have a doppelganger. And you're not corrupted. Well, it's one card away from closest to evil. So you're corrupted. You're lying. Guaranteed. No, you're not, though. Wait, no, yes, you are. Wait, no, what's going on here? What's going on here? One of you two is lying. And I'm more inclined to believe it's you. Yeah. But... okay, hold on. Yeah. I kind of got into talking about the scam, and then I was like, we have game. I mean, you're telling the truth. The issue is that both are lying. I am more inclined to believe... no, wait, you're telling the truth. But so are you! Okay, here's what's confusing me. Wait, no. No. It's you. Okay. So the Empress points out one person to be evil, okay? One person, okay? So if they're telling the truth, that means 5 and 3 have to be innocent, okay? And if they're telling the truth, that means 9 and 3 have to be innocent, okay? Now here's the catch. Here's the catch. The only way for them both to be lying is if 5 is evil. Because 9 would be corrupted. They are telling me that there is 2 evils among them, but they are only saying 1, which means they're both lying, which means 5 is evil. What? Oh, 1 card. Fuck. I forgot what 1 card meant. I thought it was a space, then 1 card, not... That was on me, honestly. That was on me. I mean... Do I just kill both of them now? It's always so annoying when I'm viewing a small game that not many people know about and one of those bots come up because they know that they target small Twitch people. Yeah. I hate them. I do too. But, like, there's not much I can do about it other than just blocking them. Like, I don't know if you noticed this, but, like, if you try to say... Hold on, let me actually... Because I can go back to Twitch, creator dashboard, then I can go, it's content? No. Community? I forgot what it is. Monetization? I genuinely forgot what it was. But I just realized I need to get close to my mic because... Safety? No. Streaming tools, settings? Channel? No. Moderation. Is this it? No, I don't know where it is. But, like, I have banned terms. And I don't know where they are. Genuinely forgot how to get there. Do you know how to get to the banned terms thing? Stream manager? Is that what it is? No. Oh, that just takes me back to mod view. Streaming tools? No. Stream settings channel? I have no idea. It's in here somewhere. But, like, there's a banned term list, and it includes, like, the standard lines that they use. I don't know if I can find it. It used to be just there, but I don't know where it is anymore. And it's just... I have them banned. That's it. That's all I can do. 6 or 3 is Shaman. 1 is good. Now... Do both gem crafters have to be bad? One could be drunk, one could be Ba. And that would leave the 2 oracles. No. Okay. You're Shaman. Yeah, and then you're either drunk or Ba. And then... No, you're drunk, you're evil. Okay. Sorry for the tangent about the bot, by the way. Alright, 9. Slayer. Nope, that doesn't help. Just, nope, that doesn't help. Nope, that doesn't help. Nope. Can I have one person that'll... Thank you. Thank you, architect. You're too late, though. I mean, where the fuck do I go from here? Like, alright. 6, 9, and 1 is just incorrect. That is just incorrect. Since there are no corruptions, you have to be evil. Okay. So that means nothing, actually. That just means nothing. I mean, fuck, where do I go from here? I genuinely don't know what the path of attack is here. I think I need to confirm the architect is innocent. I think I need to do that. How do I do that? How do I do that? I know how I do that. So I would have to take the Slayer and execute the Wretch? Does that line up? Does that logic line up? Hold on, let me... Not that. If I take the Slayer and execute the Wretch, I won't lose points for that. But then the Plague Doctor. Fuck! I don't know what to do! Genuinely. No matter what... Okay. I think I do that. Okay. So you're innocent. You're innocent. You're guaranteed to be innocent. Believe it or not, I had to do that. Because that means pretty much nothing. But I can do this now. There are 2 evils. You're good. There are no evils. You are either evil or corrupted. 6 is evil. That is wrong. So it's 8 is... 2 is also evil. And then 8 is also evil. Alright. How the fuck did I figure that out? How the actual fuck did I figure that out? Holy crap. Snorlax fan, the Jackbox Gamer, are you still there to witness that shit? Damn, alright. We move on. Alright, this one's a lot more manageable. There's 3 evils, so that means there's a puppet. 4, 6, and 2. 4, 6, 2. I am good. I am 1 card away from a corrupted character. The only way for you to be true is if there was a drunk between those 2. 6 and 2 specifically. 3 or 6 is puppeteer. Why are you labeling yourself? Why are you labeling yourself? Okay. Are you the drunk? 4, 6, and 2. You might be the drunk. Okay, I think I execute Empress. Okay, so Empress is innocent. Which means 1 is evil. 4, 3, or 8. 4 is innocent. 3 is potentially evil. They could be Ba. They could be Ba. Or 8. No evil's adjacent. Okay. So sus on you two. 1 card away from corrupted character. I mean you? So you are... Yeah, that lines up. So that means... one of these is telling the truth, the other one is lying. Or none of them evil. So let's do this. And that. There are 2 evils. That lines up. You have to be puppeteer. Yep, okay. And then you have to be... You're lying. So you could be drunk. You are... You're puppet. Alright, so let's figure this out. You're telling the truth. 1 is evil. 1 is evil. So you're drunk. You're evil. Okay. One puppet, twin minion, Lilith. So in total we have 5 evils. Got it. I was a knight. You are lying, but you could be corrupted. No, you could not be corrupted. Alright. Glad we figured that one out. So one of these 2 is evil. I am good. You have to be correct. So you're puppet. But you're telling the truth. So 4. So those 2. Okay. 1 is evil. I'm 3 cards away from the closest evil. You are lying. You have to be evil. Which means you're innocent, but I'm still going to check. Yep. Okay. Oh, wait. Why don't I mark them again? Mark them evil. Evil. The only one left is Lilith. Wretch. I am the original baker. Okay. You're telling the truth, which means you have to be Lilith. After that hard one, they gave us this? Like, damn. Alright, Puppeteer Lilith Puppet. I'm 3 cards away from the corrupted character. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am good. So if you are correct, that means you're corrupted. And that these 2 are innocent? Okay, I can just reveal everyone. I am dizzy. You can't be the... No, you could be the doppelganger. You could be the doppelganger. Alright, you're innocent. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Wait. No. Wait, no, yes. So wait, why don't we do this? 5 is evil. Oh, okay. So you're corrupted, which means you're innocent. Which means sorry, Confessor. And that means sorry, Bard. Alright. Some of these are easy, some of these are extremely difficult. 8, 3, and 5. Okay, well, let's do this. Okay, Knight is innocent. There are no corrupted characters. That is true. Closest evil is counterclockwise. That could still be true. Actually, no. That has to be true. No. That would mean... If they were lying, that would mean the Empress would have to be. And that means... You are innocent, you are innocent. Is that possible? Yes, it actually is. Okay. Liz has already done her execution. So I can kind of just reveal... I need to reveal them. One is evil, 4, 1, 8. I need to reveal 4. I mean, what is this triangle? Alright. Both of you are saying 1 is potentially evil. None of you are saying... None of you are saying 6 is evil. But all of you except for 1. I'm gonna kill 1. I'm gonna kill 1. 1 is telling the truth. So that means... You're innocent. That means you're evil. Oh, puppet, fuck. I forgot about the puppet. Damn it. I gotta remember that the puppet can lie. Or not can lie, but can tell the truth. Always. I mean, you're the puppet here, though. Counselor Minion Bot. Got it. So that means... Most likely... Bombardier is the fake one. 4, 1, and 8. Actually, I have no consequences for just revealing them all. Well, we know what to do. Okay. There's no Plague Doctor. Bombardier is real. That means Doppelganger. It has to be real. And that means you have to be Counselor. Not necessarily, though. You are suspicious, though. If I can confirm both the Architect and the Enlighten as innocent, which is going to be difficult. No, it's going to be impossible. I'm pretty sure Enlightened is evil. Can I confirm that, though? Okay, well, it'd be 1, 2. Alright, let's figure this out. Let's say they were innocent. Let's say they were innocent. That means closest evil is either 8 or 9 or 8. So if it was 9, nothing would change. If it was 8... Actually, it could be 7. But that would mean... That would mean you 3 would all be evil. Right? No. No, that would just mean you 2 would be evil. Alright, let's figure this out. So, if you were evil, closest evil is counterclockwise. That means closest evil would be this way. So 1, 2. So that means either you or you would be evil. Actually, wait, no. I'm looking at this wrong. I should be looking at it from your perspective. You are telling the truth. You have to be telling the truth. So why did I mark you? Because you're under suspicious of being... Okay, so you're a doppelganger. And then one of you 2 is evil. I am convinced it has to be you. Because if it was you... Oh no, it could be you. Let's do it like this. 3 evils. Yeah, we know that's not true. So that means closest evil, you're lying. Okay, well, we figured it out. Yeah, 3 evils didn't mark the minion. Alright, Counselor and Ba. So there's only 2 outcasts? Ah, and here's what I mean by this, okay? So Ba as 1 fake outcast, okay? It says there's 1 outcast. That is impossible. That is impossible with the amount of outcasts I have. Anyway, let's figure this out. Ba is 2 cards away from closest equal. That is entirely possible. 6 or 3 is Counselor. Believe it or not... Oh, well. Okay. So, 3 is looking pretty sus here, but we have to do that. 7 is a real bard. Is that true? You could be telling the truth, because we have a drunk. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now! Ah, okay, so they don't tell you... Got it. Alright. That being said, I have a weird situation going on here. Because everyone in this triangle is lying to me. But not in the way I think, okay? So, in order for this to be true, 2 or 4 has to be drunk. Oh, okay. Two or 4 has to be drunk. Could 7 be lying? No, I don't think they could. Alright, let's reveal the last 2. That doesn't help me, actually. 4 cards away from... No, that does help me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So you're corrupted. Which means... you're the doppelganger. Right? Is that what that's telling me? Which would mean 3 could actually be the counselor. I'm gonna try it. Yes, you're telling the truth. 3 is the counselor. So, that being said, if I click on someone and he's saying they're telling the truth, I kill them. Yeah. Who do I click on you? Is lying, so they're telling the truth. Alright, cool. Yeah. 4 was the drunk, yep. Because 7, I think, was the doppelganger, wasn't it? Yeah. Ooh, did that show up on the... Oh, I want to show that up, because you actually used a very nice A there. I like that A. I want to show it for just a second. Look, it used the accented A. I like that A. Anyway. That's about where it was before. I can adjust it later. Gotta fix OBS now. There we go. Anyway, 1 druid. That doesn't tell me anything. 2 dreamer. That doesn't tell me anything. 3, 4. Oh! I mean, he's not wrong! He's not wrong! That doesn't help me, though. That doesn't help me either. One evil adjacent to me. Yes, water is wet. Thank you, poet. There are no corrupted characters. That is true. Excuse me. I mean, we have to, right? Yeah, okay. That is true, yeah. I can always use Dreamer on Ratch. I don't want to do that just yet, though. I think I want to wait. Actually, can I figure this out without doing that? I think I can. It would be 5 and 1? No. I think 5 is innocent. Yeah, I think 5 is innocent. Okay. So that being said, 5 is innocent. So you're innocent now. By proxy. One evil is adjacent to me. That means you're lying. And then it's down to you two. Yeah. So wait, that... One evil adjacent to me. I think that's a lie. I think that's a lie. That being said, Empress and Druid. So let's do this. Pick 3 characters. 1, 2, 3. No outcast. You're lying. Yeah, but they still mark as outcast. Alright, well that just confirms one thing for me. We gotta do this. I mean, that's just wrong on so many levels. Alright, so that means Empress. Yeah. Witch and Puka. Okay. 2 is evil. 5 or 2 is a witch. Wait, you've outed yourself again. So you're either lying and you're Puka or corrupted. Actually, what does that mean? Hold on. Okay, hold on. So if they're telling the truth, that means 5 is witch. If they are corrupted, what does that mean? That means 5 is innocent. And Puka is next to them? If they are Puka, nothing changes. Wait, actually, no. You're right. You're right. We need to look at this at 1. And I need to pull this back up. So if they are innocent, 1 is lying, since there's no corrupted. Or actually, there could be a corrupted. No, because Puka could still be here. Okay, so here's what we need to figure out then. We need to figure out 8. There are no corrupt... Okay, corrupted. Which means... You're Puka? Well, not necessarily. 3 cards away from a corrupted character. Which means 1 is Puka. Yeah, 1 has to be Puka. Because it doesn't say closest corrupted character. So you're Puka. You're corrupted, which means you're innocent. You're innocent too. Alright. I'm fine with this, actually. I'm 1 card away from the closest evil. That is a lie. Which means you're the witch. But I want to confirm that. Could be a cabbage. Yep, you're lying. That is true, though! Oh, closest. Yeah, closest. It doesn't say closest here, though. So I thought it would... Because sometimes the game gets away with that. They say you're 3 cards away from this, or 3 cards away from that. And then it's like, yeah, but you mean closest, or... you're lying. You could be doppelganger. 3 is the real hunter. Wonder who it could be, unless you're plum. No, because it could be doppelganger. Because we do have counselor. And Ba. So, we need to reveal everyone here. Both sides are equally evil. That could still be true. Oh, wait a minute. 3 is evil. Yeah. 3 is evil. Do I believe that? 2 cards away from the closest evil. Yeah, I do. So you're telling the truth. You're just corrupted. What does that mean? That means Plague Doctor got you. Okay. So everyone else, the next person who lies, it has to be... Wait, what's going on here? Doppelganger. That's what's going on here. Oh, wait, no, it's just you. It's just you. Yeah. There was no... I don't know how medium works with Baker. Yeah. I actually don't know how medium works with Baker. You're right. That would be an interesting thing to figure out. One evil adjacent to me. I'm inclined to believe all 3 of them. 5 is the real hunter. I am 1 card away from the closest evil. That has to... So that has to be correct. 4 was affected by evil? In order for that to be true... Let's figure this out. In order for that to be true, they would have to be the puppet. So let's figure that out. So you're lying. One of these 2 is the puppet. So you're Ba. 1 evil adjacent to me is correct. Close to evil is clonical. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That doesn't help me, actually. Wait, no, I kill both of them. They couldn't have been puppet because they... Yeah, that is true. But I didn't mark them like that because of puppet. I marked them like that because I'm thinking ahead. When I play this game, I think every single evil is in the game all at once. Because if I don't, I always get it wrong. 2, 5, and 8. Can I take that risk? I can. 2, 5, 8. Oh, well, we know what we gotta do. Okay. So that being said, 3? I've cured 2 corruptions. Is that true? That is not true. That is a lie. You cannot have cured 2 corruptions. Can't wait for, like, there is no deck for you, so any single evil can be in there at a time. I want every single evil to be in the deck at once. I think that would be such a nightmare that it would be so fun. Like, give me 20 cards. Every evil. Minion, Twin Evil, Puka, Ba, Witch, all of them. That being said, what are we doing? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Alchemist could have been corrupted by the Plague Doctor. Oh no, actually that could still be true. That could still be true. Because Plague Doctor could have hit the Knight, Puka could have hit the Hunter. Okay, yeah, 2, 5. Okay, so let's keep flipping. I can keep flipping. 4 or 5 is the... What's 4? So that is wrong on so many levels. So wait, that would mean Alchemist would have to be Doppelganger. Wait, hold on. No. 9 helps me here. 9 helps me here. So, if 9 was correct, that means 3 would have to be Doppelganger. And I don't think it physically can be. So that being said, 9 is lying. Guaranteed 9 is lying. That's what I'm saying. And we already have Fortune Teller. Which I should just mark both. No, I shouldn't mark both as innocent. One of them is lying. It could be lying. Closest evil is clockwise. I think I should just kill Oracle. Okay. Wait a minute here. Something's fishy going on. I don't have a way to test that without blowing everything up. But in order for this... Alright, well, we know what to do. We know what to do. At a minimum, we know what to do. We send... No. 2 cards away from the closest evil. 1, 2, 1, 2. I think Hunter is lying, but I don't know how to prove that. Closest evil is clockwise. So here's the thing. You have to be corrupted. So do you. At a minimum. But that being said, you're telling the truth. So that 7 would have to be, because then it would be equidistant. I don't want to test that, though. Yeah. But they could be... A disguise as a good villager currently in play. Yeah, okay. The only way for them not to be corrupted is if they were Doppelganger. So being said, we have to do it. Everyone give a salute. Okay. Alright. So that means you're corrupted. 3 is evil? Yeah, I kind of figured that. And I knew 2 had to be lying. I fucking called that. I was like, yeah, 2 has to be lying, but I don't know how to prove that. I was just going through it in my head, and it was just like, it didn't make sense for 2 to be telling the truth. Yeah, Plague Doctor was so necessary for that. We would not have been able to solve it. I am so proud that I clocked Plague Doctor being lying. Or not Plague Doctor, but Hunter. Ooh, alright. I want to keep going. I know I'm technically out of time, but I want to keep going. I got more time today. And my voice doesn't hurt too badly. I wonder if you can hear it. Anyway. Left side is more evil. I don't care right now. 2 cards away, so these 2? Now! That is a direct accusation. I don't care what anyone says. That cannot be more of a direct accusation. I mean, fuck. Where do I go from here? Where do I go from there? Alright, I guess I reveal Scout. Poisoner is 3 cards away from closest evil. Alright, what do I got here? Okay, so we know 6 has to be good. Guaranteed. 2 of the... No, 1. Cause Shaman. Alright, so we have to figure this out like this. So if you are telling the truth, both of you would be lying. And if that's the case, that is not possible. Because that would be 1, 2, and we only have 1 poisoner. So that being said... Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so wait, hold on. Let me figure this out here. So let's say poisoner was here. Let's say this was poisoner. You would be corrupted, okay? So in order for that to be true... Yeah, so no. This is guaranteed to be wrong. This is guaranteed to be wrong. But is it corrupted? That's what we need to figure out. Is that corrupted? Okay. I need to remember its button. No, because if this was corrupted, that means you would be poisoner. You would be telling the truth. And you would be spawned by Shaman? Or... other way around? Could it be the other way around? So here's the thing. Shaman clearly spawned a hunter. That means 2 of them are guaranteed to be innocent. I think I've come to the conclusion that 3 has to be corrupted. I think 3 has to be corrupted. So you're lying but innocent. So that being said, one of these 2 is the poisoner. So that being said, why don't we do this? A 7 is evil. Okay. 7 was evil. So that being said, who's lying? You? Who's lying? So that means they're telling the truth. That means you're the poisoner. Yep. Okay. So that means 1, 2, 3. You're telling the truth. 1, 2, 3. Closest evil is clockwise. That's wrong. Yeah. Alright. I want to get to the end of this ascension. That's my goal. 2 more villages, technically. So, stupid hunters. Actually, it was the hunters that got it so I could figure this out, believe it or not. Judge doesn't help me right now. Plague Doctor doesn't help me right now. Lover helps me out right now. 2 cards away from a corrupted character. 1, 2, 1, 2. There are no corrupted characters. That is a lie. That is a lie. But you could be corrupted. You're telling the truth. No, wait, no. You can't be corrupted. Which means you're both evil? Well, that's what I'm... Okay, hold on. Let me show you this. If you're correct, that means you would be corrupted. Okay? So that being said... that means you would also be good. And so would you. But that can't be. One of them has to be evil because there's no shaman or doppelganger. One of them has to be evil. So if one of them is evil, if let's say this one is evil, okay? That means this one would also have to be evil. If this one was evil, that means this one would also be lying. They are literally both lying. They are literally both lying. Okay, so I think I have determined that, without a shadow of a doubt, you are evil. No. Yes. Wait, okay, hold on. Let me do this. So, they're both lying. So they're both lying. Guaranteed. Or at the very least, one of them is evil. One of them is evil. So let's say you're evil. So that being said, you would be lying or telling the truth, and then the Plague Doctor would be evil. Or... okay, I think I just keep going. But we know both of them are lying. At the very least, both of them are lying. At a minimum, both of them are lying. One of them could be corrupted. If either of them were corrupted, it would have to be this one. Alright. Reveal everyone. 4 is the real bard. So... I kill you. Yeah, okay. So there are no corrupted characters. Yeah. So it's one of the judges, guaranteed. 4 is the real bard could be true. With 4 being corrupted. So let's check that. 6 is evil. But thanks, Plague Doctor, thanks. But that does mean you're innocent. You're innocent, but lying. So that means I kill everyone. Alright, so... One of the judges... Yeah, I was gonna do that. Judge on 2. 2 is lying. Okay, so you're lying. You're dead. That means... That means I could just kill 8 and 7. Right now, I just kill both of them. Because the only possible combination for there to be 4 is if both 8 and 7, one of 8, either 8 or 7 was Puppeteer. Okay? So that means 8 or 7 is Puppeteer. And Puppet would have to be next to them. And the only way for Puppet to be next to them is if it was 8 or 7. So I just kill both of them, right? Puppeteer, and then Puppet. Yep. Okay, Puka and... the web of lies. Alright. Closest evil is clockwise. One evil adjacent to me. Yeah, literally everyone's gonna be lying. Because, at best... Okay, so at best, Puka is here, or here. Okay? So that would mean lie, and then corrupted by Plague Doctor. At best. At best. But it's not best. I have cured 2 corruptions. That changes some things. Alchemist being here kinda sucks, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so here's how we do this. No, at worst, it's 3, at best, it's 2. Alchemist being here means... Not much, I'm gonna be honest. That means it's 0, 1, 2, or 3. Which... I mean, fuck. We've narrowed it down from being good to being horrible. Yeah, I agree. Can we kill 0? Can we get 0 in here? Okay. I think the best way we can do this is by following a pattern here, okay? So let's assume 2 is good. That means Puka would be here, but that would be impossible. Because then 2 would be corrupted. So 2 is lying. 2 is lying. Guaranteed 2 is lying. Okay. Right side is more evil. I don't have any way to confirm that. I really don't. 2 is evil. That could be correct. Cure 2 corruptions. That would only be true if Puka was here. And that can't be the case. So you're also lying. So you're lying. Wait, no. You could be Puka. Plague Doctor could hit you. No! No, 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 no. That's not true. That's not true. No, under no circumstances can that be true. Okay, under no circumstances can that be true. Okay, so you're lying. Okay, So that being said, 7 is always telling the truth. 7 is always telling the truth. And the reason for that is because Puka... Oh, no, never mind. Nope, I take that back. Because Puka could be here. Right. Okay. 2 is not corrupted. So I kill 2? Okay. That was a clusterfuck of a web of lies. So that means corrupted, telling the truth, telling the truth, telling the truth. Hit by Plague Doctor. No, don't throw me back in. Do not throw me back in. No, no, no. You know... Yeah, we actually got best case. You know what? Let's go for 2 hours. That's my goal. 2 hours. I keep pushing it back, I know. But, like, I'm having fun. I'm really enjoying this. 2 is good. What is 2? I'm... It's not looking good for you, Poet. You better hope that the judge is the poisoner. Should I just... hold on. I just killed the judge here, right? I don't need to reveal any of the other cards. I just killed the judge. Oh, look at that! Oh, look! Oh, damn it! Alright, that's still funny, though. Alright. Left side is Muriel. 4 is the real judge. Okay. Reveal the last 2. So... we don't know. But I do need to use the Slayer on someone. Like that. Okay. So most likely 4 is innocent. Now we can start figuring things out here. So, wait. Let's do this. Let's assume for a second 7 is lying. That would mean 4 and 6 would also have to be lying. And that is technically possible only with Plague Doctor. That is true. That is true. That is true. So, here's the thing. If 4 says the Plague Doctor is lying... Okay. So, if 4 says the Plague Doctor is lying, then we know that it's those 3. If not... then I don't know where to go from there. Actually, that's a horrible idea. Shaman and Lilith. Okay. So, hold on. No, that can't be. I mean, 5 is guaranteed to be innocent, but I don't think 5 could be a Plague Doctor. Because it's villager role. They're an outcast. So 3 is either evil or... Okay, so we just do this. 3 is lying. Okay, so that being said... we have our circle here. So that being said, here's our circle. There are 4 suspects. That means everyone outside of this circle is telling the truth. Or actually, no. Actually, hold on. No. We can figure this out. Yep, okay. So, you are either corrupted or evil. I want to kill you first. You're corrupted. 7 is evil. Okay. Cool. I like how I didn't even use the innocence abilities. I used the the evil's abilities. Alright, that being said, I have been going for 2 hours. I said I would stop. I'm going to mean it. I mean it. I mean it. I am stopping. I am stopping. No more. That being said, let's go somewhere fun, shall we? Where do you want to go somewhere in particular? Or do you just want me to send you somewhere? This is an awful combo. I think I could do it. You know what? You know what? Just because you said that, just send. Okay, I'll send you somewhere. But I want to solve this just because you said this was an awful combo. You have stalled me. I was Druid, you're lying. I was Bishop, you're lying. Alright, so, where do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Okay, Druid. Learn 1 random outcast roll. Always a sign of motivation when you flip over the PD first. It doesn't matter, but it's funny. Yeah. I think... Well, we can just check to see if you're lying. There's a plate doc. You're telling the truth. Dreamer. Find out an evil roll. Okay, we need to wait for that. Closest to evil is clockwise. That is only true if... you are not the puppeteer. Or no, if you are the puppeteer, and then you would be the puppet, and then you'd be lying. Wait, so you're just telling the truth. Which means you're innocent. Which means you're Puka. No, you're just corrupted. Okay, well, now we have this. 7 is evil. Oh, they're Puka. So you're lying. And that just makes you the puppeteer. I want to make sure. Yeah. So you're the puppeteer, you're the puppet. That one wasn't actually that hard. I just needed to sacrifice the bishop. Alright, now I'm sending you somewhere. Now I'm sending you somewhere. Sacrifices it, yeah. Now I'm sending you somewhere. This is for real. This one looks easy. This one looks easy. I am not challenged by that one. Okay, let me send you somewhere.
Fill it.
Ah! No. That is just someone else's stream. That is iShowSpeed stream. No. That is not my stream. Demon Bluff. Is there anyone else streaming Demon? There is actually a few people. I'll send you to... I'll send you to this guy. Hold on. Let me show OBS for a second so I can get OBS in the correct position. /raid. And then let's try... 2015. Okay. There we go. Alright. Alright. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I'm going to send you over. Have fun. I'm ending stream.